right. What's up, T-Man? Hey, Dad. Good to see you. Let me stop this. All right, Dad and Rick. What's up, Rick? Good to see you. Vance, good to see you. Awesome. Very good. All right, 7 people watching. Good to see you guys. Awesome. I love seeing our members in the chat. Dad, again, good to see you. Rick, good to see you. Doug and Vance. All right, a couple of things that we're going to do today. Now, I just started off with the simple blues, but I have a couple of really important tips to remind you guys before we get into today's lesson, which is all about chords and about solo piano chords. So we're not going to be using a track this morning. We're kind of getting ready for our Christmas boot camps that are coming up. But before we get into that, I want to tell you guys something really important about practicing. So it can feel overwhelming even on a Monday morning. We're excited to practice, but when it comes to like, what are we supposed to practice? And if we sit down at the piano, it's like, what in the world are we going to do? And because there's so much information, and I give you guys a lot of information at times, but I also try to review things over and over. So I want to give you an example of like what I did this morning. I came in, I turned on my computer. While my computer was getting ready, I did this. Let me think what I did. I did this. Okay, I did this idea of 3, 5, 4, 2, minor third, major third, root. I went da da da, and then for me, I went around the keys, and then I did it like this. So I did whatever I did something very simple that I could build some confidence even in my morning practice routine. If that resonates with you, then put yes in the chat, because I want you guys to, whatever it is you do, think about something simple that you can start your day with. Right? And even going back there to that. Another thing that I did is I went around the cycle, and then I was doing different fingerings. Like I could go 3, 5, 4, 2, 3, 1, which works great on the key of C, no problem. But I also want to be able to do a different fingering like 2, 4, 3. And the reason is our pinky's not always going to be working like we want it to do, like B. It's kind of hard to do this on B. So what I do is I like to use 2, 4, 3. Or 2, 4, 3, 1, right? Because my pinky's not always going to be working like I want it to. So that's the next thing that I did. Is I said, let me try, instead of just 3, 5, 4. I took this one idea, this one lick, and I went around the keys, building some confidence. But then I said, let me do this fingering as well. 2, 4, 3, 2, 3, 1. Okay, so I wasn't overwhelmed with all the information I have to learn, all of these things. So let's talk about how this relates to the lesson today. Inside the All Access folder for this week, you're going to see 4 or 5 PDFs, but I don't want you to feel overwhelmed with that. I want to show you how we're going to dissect and review some of this material. And as I dig into the folder, let's just talk about what's in the folder before we move on. On Thursday for All Access Group, we're going to work on our short 2-5-1s. I went ahead and put the 16 things that I wrote out for you guys of ideas. And one of those, if you look at example 2, it's this, right? What I just demonstrated, number 2. And all of these are very usable and important ideas that you can use for your jazz playing. So we're going to dig into the licks, or I would think of them as phrases other than like licks in a bad way, because this scale, like if you look at number 7, does the important bebop major scale, which keeps things on downbeats. Even that one idea, I could go, and then I could go up to F, and then B flat, whatever key I'm in. Okay, now you talk about getting some confidence in your playing, you do that. Another thing, look at number 4 we do. What a great pivot. Right? All right, so you get the idea. Let me do one more. Number 5 does this up to the 3rd. How fun is that right there? Boo-da-da-da-da. Enclosure. So whatever key we're in, okay, we're building confidence there. Okay, now let's go back to, that's for Thursday, but let's look at these other PDFs here. You're going to see this one right here, which is going to help us get ready for our Christmas boot camp right here. And this does a 2, 5, 1, 6, and you actually have the natural 9 on this PDF. Again, walking this up, getting used to bass lines, playing the bass. Let me do it one more time. I'll try to do the exact voicing that's written there, right here. It really needs to be, let me think of how I want to do that. I like the 3-note voicing, but not for that. Let me think about redoing that. It works fine. So, excuse me, even with this one loop, you talk about building confidence. This is a great way to do it. Get one idea, one PDF, one something that we do together, and you just loop it over and over. And notice that at one point I did this where I went. I just did. You could even do blues lick. I could go. Okay, now that is exactly why I put the 16 licks in there for Thursday, because you're going to take these simple 2/5s and these ideas that you can use over C. It's not just 2/5s, it's also like nice little half-step approaches from the bebop scale, and pivots are in there, because we want to put that in our playing. I get this loop going right here, and I could do the scale where I go, or this, 2 and 3 and 4. There's the pivot. All right, if you understand that, got it in the chat. We're basically taking this one PDF, the 2-5-1-6 chord progression, and once you learn that and you get that going, you know that you can use those as left-hand voicings when you're doing trio piano, right? The bass player's walking. You can use those as right-hand and left-hand chord voicings. And then what we're doing is taking our ideas from the other PDF and using one idea at a time to get our playing, our solo and our left hand, our right hand, and our solo together for solo piano. So watch this. Let me demonstrate one more time, then I'm going to show you another idea. We're going to go, and then I'll go, right here I'll go, I just did it again. See, notice that I can do that the whole time. I can go. really slowly. I could even do yard work. Vance right there. Okay, now that's good for that one. And let's go on to the next PDF. Now, as I'm showing you all these PDFs, I want you to make sure everybody understands that this is not so you go bang, 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 all 4 or 5 PDFs. I want you to pick one and settle in to your practice goal for today or tomorrow. This next one says Chord Academy fourths. So from this one, let me find my pedal down there. I think it's down there somewhere. So for these fourths, we have the key of C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And part of today is reminding you that we spell our chords left to right. So E, A, and D is a nice C major voicing. 3 of the C scale, 6, 9, and then we have 5, 7, and 9. Listen how beautiful that is. So as we get ready for, it's in your folder, all access folder, Bill. You should be good to go. It's the master folder, which I see you're a member of. I just sent you guys another link to the folder, the master folder, I think. Okay, so in today's, or this is for Monday and for Thursday. We're going to use the same folder, and this is where does it say? It says the date somewhere. 10/25. I can't even find it. Hold on a second. Oh, that's pretty funny. Let me try again. Let me make sure I didn't put it in the wrong place. That's why I'm spending time on this right now. Well, I was just in there. Let me go back there. I could have put it in Chord Academy. All right, let me find it. It's just there. Chord formulas. All right, you're gonna make me look it up now. What did I call it? Let me just look up the date. (2025-09-20). How about that? Okay, let's see where it is. Yeah, it's in IMA Spring. Oh, now I see why. I'm going to rename this to the right month. How about that? That'll help. Okay, now it's in the correct. All right, Bill, now you should be able to see it. It's in 2025, 10/20 solo jazz piano, not 9. Okay, then this idea of the fourths, you have 3, 6, 9, 5, 7, 9. What a great thing to get this chord formula down so you think 3, 6, 9, 5, 7, right? Okay, again. Now this is important because, excuse me, as we're going through our Christmas tunes, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, you have this idea of, even this is a beautiful C major trio voicing, right? And another thing, look at the next measure. You can put a G triad with your 3-6-9 voicing, a fifth away. Let me go over what that means again. If you go 3-6-9, 5-7-9, and our pinky on top, that is a fantastic solo piano voicing. Now, from the idea of C major, and we go, okay, if I think C and I count up 5, C, D, E, F, G, and then I put G triad on top, right? It's kind of like a shortcut, but I still want you guys to know the chord formula. 3-6-9, 5-7-9, and the fifth on top. Okay. You can also, if you're playing, I always think like my big band days, and I do have a big band gig coming up that I'm going to start working on really hard in November. So I'm excited to do that. But sometimes I'll play these really high voicings. Like normally I would stay in this area, but if a big band's playing and you really want it to cut through, you could put the G triad in inversion there. So it's like here, G triad, G triad. Okay, so then I have a 1, 6, 2, 5. So if you did, and may all of your Christmases be white. That's just a simple 1, 6, 2, 5, but trio style voicing. But isn't that pretty to have that as built on fourths? And as you guys are watching, this idea of, notice that if I play D minor, G, 13, C major, 9. Okay, I'm here, and from D major, remember, anytime we're spelling chords, we have to think of that key signature. So if I'm doing a 2, 5, 1 in the key of C, I'm thinking D minor, I'm doing flat 3 of D, flat 7, 9, 5, root, and my 11 right there. That's D minor 11, and then to make a D minor 11 a G13, all I have to do is change one note. And then watch this. Then look how easy it is to get from G13 to C major 9. Let me do that again. If you guys think that is a nice little simple way to play a pretty voicing, then let me know. This right here, D minor to G13, and then to C major. And it's fourths again. So I just transposed that right there. Listen again. So here's where we were, and I played a nice little D minor 11 voicing. And then I took this voicing down, and I took it down a whole step. Now we're on C minor 11. Listen to how nice this is. And so I'm doing 2, 5, 1 in B flat now. To get from a C minor 11, and the 11 is on top, my index finger is going to come down a half step. And then remember our trick for the one chord. I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, and then 5 away from B flat, and I play an F major voicing, an F triad. And that still does get me the 3, 6, 9, 5, 7, 9, 5. And you can even practice with your voicings. You can go, all right, C minor, I can go C. I'm going to change one note. The B flat's going to go down a half step, and I change my bass note to F. And then for B flat, I'm going to go 3, 6, 9 of B flat, 5. Let's go back to D and listen to it again. I want to drop one of my notes. Maybe we'll add so we're not doubling too much. That's what I'm thinking here. D, and we go to 1, and we can go 6 if we. So I'm still keeping the 4th idea. This particular sheet, notice that it has 4ths in the right hand, and that's what I want to make sure that we understand. That's D minor 11 to G13, and then C major. And right there, I'm not using a 4. I'm using an interval of a 4th, but a little bit different voicing. And then I could go here for another 4th voicing, and then start it over. And I could also go, or that's. I kind of like that voicing as opposed to trying to do a 4th. Or if I was going to do a 4th there, I would go. I kind of like sharp 9. That sounds nice right there. That's that flat 9 on top. Isn't that nice? Or okay, let's go on to the next PDF. And what I would do, if you guys want to use that as your practice time, I would probably do the D minor, G13, C. The formula is flat 3. For the Chord Academy Force, I would do the very last 2 measures here. Flat 3, flat 7, 9, 5, root, and 11. And then it's for G, it's flat 7, 3, 13, 9, 5, root. And if you want to add the next chord, if you want to add the 6, you could do flat 7, 3, 13, 3, 13, flat 9. Going to something simple there. The other thing you can do is go. Let me think of another voicing we could do there. We're gonna go. So if you wanted to like keep a nice voice leading, you put the flat 9 down there, and that way, notice my G doesn't change at all if I did. Or that's too crunchy. All right, let's look at another PDF. Let me know if you have questions related to that. All right, now this next one I really like right here. So when we practice rolling the 10th, that's a really important thing. And don't worry about your hand size if you can't roll, if you can't play 10ths. Don't worry about that. Just practice the idea of rolling your chord, root, 5th, and 3rd. So it's a C triad, but you're rolling up. And what I like to do is, once again, this shortcut of G major triad over your C gives you a beautiful C major 9 voicing. Okay? Now, why is this important? Because it doesn't matter what chord I go to, I can do the same concept. If I go C and then I think up 5 notes and play a G triad. If I'm on F, I go up 5 notes and play a C triad. If I'm on B flat, I think F. If I'm on E flat, I think B flat. Doesn't matter my chord. A flat, I think E flat. A, I think E major. B major, I think F sharp, and then back to C. All right, now what I like about, and I wrote this out in every key, but in addition to this, you can also take your fifth and go up to the sixth. Listen to this voicing. Isn't that pretty to do the six and the nine, the six, the major seven, and nine, and that way you're not doubling anything on the right hand. Vance says flat 3 because it's minor. Yes, exactly. It's D minor, and so you think flat 3 of D major, which is F natural, flat third, flat 7, 9, 5, root, and your 11. And always think about that. Whatever chord you're trying to spell, you think of that major key, and then you use your chord formula, and that's really going to help you. And actually, on Thursday when we do this, we're adding the alterations. Like I just did one there, and I'm thinking like D minor, and I go, and then I'm going to think flat 9 with a triad, and then I think it's all about voice leading and coming up with these pretty melodies. So watch this, C major, and listen again. I put my thumb up a whole step. All right, we're going to go 5 more minutes and then we're done for today, but just hang in there. So it's 8:32. Give me till 8:37. We'll wrap it up. Okay, so guys and ladies, this idea of this right here is really going to help you out for solo piano. And notice that I'm thinking like a guitar, kind of like a guitar player. I hit the bottom and the top together. I like doing that and then rolling up the bottom and finishing on the top there with my triad. Or this. All right, which one do you like better? The number 1 that does the G triad, doubling the G, or you like number 2 that has the A? I think I know the answer, but I'll wait to hear it from you guys. The great thing about solo piano is I can do trio style piano even when I'm, so you don't always have to be down here. Even in solo piano, I can be up here and go, even as a solo piano player, and I go, maybe I want these sounds. I knew Rick would say he likes the A in there, and that's why I wrote out both. I want you to get this shape down, Rick, where you do C with a G triad, and then the thumb goes up a whole step. Da 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 dum, ba da da dum. Now watch that. Right? I go here. Now, Rick and, oh, what's up, Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy? Good to see you, Jeffrey. Happy Monday. So, everyone, I want you to understand what I just did there. I said, all right, D minor, 11 on the top, and I just wanted to stay on that melody note. Ba, ba, da, 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 da. There's my C7. I'm sorry, my A7, my 6th chord. Ba ba da 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 da. Hey George, good morning. Good to see you. George has been extremely active in the chat. I love it. So this idea, bum, So, come away. Oh, gone away. Yeah, gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. It sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is the new bird. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Let's do that again. Oh, he sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the bluebird. Here to stay is a new bird. He sings a love song as we go along. We were walking in a winter wonderland. Oh, we're walking in a winter wonderland. He sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. So notice that even as I was doing that and I was playing C major, gone away is the bluebird, here to stay. Watch there, there's your D minor, is a new bird. Sings a love song as we go along, walking in a winter wonderland. Gone away is the... All right, right there, listen to that. Rick with that sixth there, gone away. Now watch this. And 2, 3, and 4. So even this idea that I just did, I was going back and forth to what we just did. We did 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2, which is exactly what I'm talking about from these charts right here. You have this idea, Sharon, everybody say hey to Sharon. Sharon, it's good to see you back in the chat. I know you had a crazy week this last week, a difficult week, but it's so good to see you, Sharon. Everybody say hey to Sharon. So Sharon likes the idea of number 2 as well. We like this voicing, right? It's just beautiful. But even in my little improv that I was doing based on Vance putting in the lyrics to a Christmas song, is I put in there's this 2-5-1 6 chord progression, and that's why I say you guys do this 3 and 4 and 1 2 and 3 and 4. We were walking in a winter wonderland. See how I can use these ideas as melodic material. Walking in a winter wonderland. Oh, we were walking. Yes, we were walking. And then I can do. Okay. Everybody, you see why I'm doing this? And even it doesn't matter the song we're doing. We're building up melodic material and ideas we can use. I could be doing take the A train. I go 2 and 3 and 4 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. Oh, we were walking in a winter wonderland. For Vance. So even on my improvisation, I was showing you, get these down. Get one idea down that you're going to feel comfortable practicing over and over. And we have one more quick PDF. I know I said 4 more minutes, but since Sharon came to the chat, I have to go over 2 more minutes. Chord shortcuts. This right here, you guys know, you like the second one, get 1 or 2 of those measures down and you're good. This Chord Academy in fourths right here, Sharon, for you, these are your jazz trio things that I want you guys to nail, is you have 3, 6, 9, 5, 7. So it's a C, 3, 6, 9 with a G major triad. And again, you can do this, you can do that, G major in any order, whatever. And then, same thing, fourths. 6, 2, 5. And if you're a beginner or an intermediate player, spend time on this D minor 11 to G13 to C major right here, just like that. Because just like I was doing, he sings a love song where I went, sings a love song as we go along. Watch this. Walking in a winter wonderland. We were walking in a winter wonderland. Walking in a winter wonderland. All right, the last PDF that we're going to do this morning is very simple. 3 chords. You have this G13 right here. Awesome, Sharon. All right, so this idea, everyone, of G13, and we know root, flat 7, we're always spelling left to right, and then third, 13, and then we have our root on top. Even from a groove standpoint, and Sharon and I in our lessons have been talking about grooving, right? And you don't have to do a lot to get your groove on, so just something like quarter notes, G13. Now I'm going to walk it. So then I could do a G13. So that was a G. That was just a G13. But now I'm going to put the 9th in there. And then the last one is this. Hey. This is the how many people do we have watching right here? We have 13 people watching. Sharon, Rick, George. Everybody pay attention. This last minute is a game changer. All right, you ready? This one chord will set you off for motivation right here. G sharp, F, B, E, and G. It's like an E minor, but I'm thinking diminished here. And I remember, I can't remember what even I was playing one time, and I was playing, and I'm like here, and I came up on that chord. I'm like here, and I went. Isn't that an amazing, beautiful chord? That I love it. Like I play that chord, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So I could start here. I'm gonna do a video on this one chord today. Sharon, it's so good to see you. I'm going to copyright this chord. Yeah. Hey, don't tell anybody. This is between us and our 14 people watching. We're copywriting this. What a beautiful chord. So I would use this in the context of G major, and then just like you hear often, you go up a half step and do a diminished. But listen to the difference. This is G diminished. I'm sorry, G major with G diminished. Sounds fine, but this is the sauce. All right, let's go back. Let's finish on C. You guys get to say goodbye to each other for today's lesson. Do not be overwhelmed by these awesome PDFs. I did smaller chunks. You have this PDF right here that has your G13 and your secret chords, our secret sauce. We're going to call this the sauce chord. Then you have this, not a sus chord, but a sauce chord. You have your C with your G and put the A in there. And then you have the Chord Academy 4s. Sharon's going to work on these with her Band in a Box or iReal Pro and get these down. Like take one voicing, get that D minor 11, beautiful as it is, just like that. And focus in on small amounts of material. Then we have this right here, which I demonstrated as we were done. Gone away, walking in a winter wonderland. It doesn't matter the song, those bass lines and chords will work for your right hand or your left hand. He sings a love song as we go along. Ooh, walking in a winter wonderland. All right, guys. What a fun lesson. And Sharon, it really is nice to see you. And I hope that you have safe travels back. And so glad that you're happy to be back. George, good to see you. Let me start at the top. You guys get to say goodbye to each other. Dad is the first on blues. Dad's been, hey, Rick, I don't know what you're going to do to get on earlier than Dad. He's been, T-Man's been first almost every time. Rick, good to see you. Vance, good to see you. Doug, Bill, let's see, I might say your name twice. Vicky, good to see you. Let's see who else slipped in there. Got to see George, of course. Jeffrey, most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. Bill. All right. I love our community. You guys are so awesome. George, again. George has been super active in the chat. Awesome. Wait. Tomorrow, guys. Okay. Rick will be here tomorrow. All right, so guys, we'll continue this. Chord Academy is tomorrow. And all right, Jeffrey is our likes minister. Thank you, Jeffrey. 12 likes. It always shows 1. It shows 1 on mine right now. All right, I hope you guys keep having fun with music. Remember, it's a journey, and we're in this together, and we're going to do lots of repetition with all this stuff, right? And I saw where we had another member maybe to the YouTube channel, so thank you for that. And I'll see you in the next one, guys. Awesome. 30 seconds to say your goodbyes to each other. And I'll see y'all tomorrow.